I just got through getting some gas. I was like, damn, man, that gas and got high on the motherfucker. Damn, I just happened to look up at the thing. I said, boy, that gas and jumped up overnight. And I know, so that just changed how I move today. So today I'm gonna be moving tactical, meaning that if it ain't important, I ain't finna just go check and see. So, you know, everything gotta be tactical now with the gas tank. And, you know, that just come with structure, man. That's all that come with. So, you know, it make you have to be more disciplined about what you do, period. And that's what's gonna have to happen, man. I mean, you know, that come with getting your house straight. And I think a lot of black people know about getting their house straight. The majority of black people, man, black people that's going to work and doing stuff, and the kids in college, you know, because I mean, you got a lot of black people that understand and good law-abiding citizens and understand about structure. It's just you don't never hear about them and never see them because on the strength that they ain't got time for that bullshit, man. They got to go to work, you know, because they got to take care of stuff. So they ain't got time to be out there making themselves seen behind some shit that they know a dumbass motherfucker will do because they're part of the race and they understand. So it's the good have to suffer with the bad all the time. The little few, I don't even know if it's a little few. I ain't gonna even say that because you got some damn fools and they go to having them babies like that and they outnumber you. They ain't got sense enough to stop. People with sense and understand, they got enough sense to stop. People that don't understand, they keep on doing it, knowing that they can't support. So I don't even know. But anyway, the good suffer with the bad. And they understand that there's certain things that you're gonna have to go through in order to get things back right. You know, so they're gonna be mindful about how they spend their money and what they do. There's some smart people out there, there's black people. They smart. They know how to do things, you know. But you gonna have to let them white folks, man. They gotta take care of their house. They're gonna have to take care of their business, man. They gotta take care of their house because they is not finna get this motherfucker up. I was talking to a motherfucker last night. He was like, yeah, they had let them motherfucking immigrants in here for them low wages, not knowing that this is, yeah, all that's probably fine. And they probably did do it like that. But they not gonna crash out just because they made a decision like that. Man, they finna stop everything and take a look at this here and fix it. That's just how that's us as black folks, we like to go, you know, we made a bad choice, fuck it. We gonna go and live with it. No, if you can goddamn me, you gotta live with it, yeah. But if you can straighten it up and change the behavior, there's nothing wrong with that. It's no worse than don't be an old fool. Don't be an old fool. They say ain't no fool like an old fool. We have to be able to change our mentality, man. I mean, how we, like I say, then I'm riding through just looking at stuff and I'm looking at all the things that the Mexicans done built. Man, we're gonna have to start back. Man, we got to start back building, man. We're gonna have to suffer a little bit. We're gonna have to suffer, man, before we get back right, man. That's just the bottom line. It's not an easy road. Can no person solve black people problem? And no motherfucker can. It's not even a black person. We're not gonna even see it in our lifetime. But we got to change the mentality. Bernie Mac had made a joke about that. Like, somebody whispered something to God, and he said, what did he say to God? He asked God, when was black people gonna get their stuff together? Say God didn't even have the answer to that. You know, had to open up the pearly gates and let them in. But we have to be able to understand that all black people is not gonna be rich. Can't no country have everybody rich. This unrealistic, man. We got to get our expectations right. This the only country that can offer a quality of life for all. No matter what pay scale on, you manage your money, and managing money come with good home training structure. You manage your money, you can live a quality life. It don't matter what pay scale you on. Got to stop wanting what everybody else wants. If you want something for yourself, from the start, you should understand what it takes to get whatever you're trying to achieve. We got to start back building, man. We don't have no communities. We do not have any communities, man. I mean, if we out living with white folks. So if we waiting on white folks to build everything and we trying to go live with them, why is we trying to get rid of them? Why do we want to see the downfall of white folks? Somebody please make some sense of that to me. Why do we want to see these people fall? Because they did some forefathers bad? You gotta get over that shit, man. That shit was done for progress. We living in progress. That shit wasn't done just for the fuck of it, for the fun. God wouldn't have never let it keep going on like that if it was done for the fun. People who was doing stuff for the fun, that stopped, man. They would prosecute. They'll get the death penalty for trying to. That's why they got hate crimes. You don't like and do something to somebody for the fuck of it, for fun. Nothing about it. Man, they got rid of that. Hey, man, listen. We live in a time of laws now. There wasn't no laws back then. So, they came with laws, man. It's nothing more that them people can do, man. It's nothing more that they can do. Listen. If you're not taking advantage of the system, when I mean taking advantage of it, I mean like buying into the system, you're going to fall every time. This is why the system, this is why everybody else come up. Because, man, you can go anywhere and look and see that everybody is taking advantage of the system and some taking disadvantage of it. And this is why they got to shut it down, because they got to see what's going on. Everything got to come to a complete stop, man, for them to see what's going on. But back to what I was saying. If white folks fall, where do they leave blacks? That's what I want to know. If them people fall, where do that leave us? I want to, because I want to know who gonna pay us. Who are gonna pay us? When they be talking about all that shit there, man, I want to know who gonna pay us. Because you ain't gonna get no money from no blacks. And boy, look here, like I told you, if you ain't worked for a foreigner yet, boy, Man, foreigners, they worse than white folks. I don't give a damn what a motherfucker say, man. What blacks gonna do without white folks? That's what I want to know. You know, because I always hear black women talking about, well, the black man, they can't build this, he can't, they don't, you know, man, they know, they looking. Man, women, man, you keep thinking black women stupid as a motherfucker. They not stupid. They not stupid, man. And then sooner or later, they gonna wake up. They gonna wake up and say, man, hold up, man. You know, the black man gotta get his shit together, man. He gotta, hey, man, he gotta learn how to, hey, man, he gotta learn how, you know, take care of his business on every level. Whatever he do, he gotta learn to take care of his business, man. You know, because if you being discriminated against systematic, which I do believe is a such thing as that. I mean, hey man, this is not a perfect society. But people stand behind people who are being discriminated against maybe by the system when they're trying. Like, you know, if you at a college, man, you know, it's just your works, man, you know. Man, look here, man. You got to be trying to apply yourself. And just because you showing up, that don't mean you're applying yourself. Because a lot of times, even the people that who be applying themselves and be woo doing everything that match skills with skills within the other race, when they feel like a motherfucker fucking with them behind their race just because they black or something, they don't do no crime. They find more ways to humiliate that motherfucker who trying to fuck over them, outshine them. They gonna go in there and it's gonna be a task for them every day. It's gonna be an enjoyment for them to go in there every day and humiliate this motherfucker who trying to put them down. They ain't got time to cry. They finna step up to the challenge and they finna mash on the gas. That's what motherfuckers who be competitive, blacks that are competitive and smart and understand what real fucking racism is. The people at the top face real racism, if anything. All the people like opening them, they the ones that face real racism and anything because they got everything another, they can do everything another motherfucker can do. So if a motherfucker do something toward them, you know it's race. You know, so they face more racism than anybody. Motherfuckers at the top. But motherfuckers like us, average motherfuckers, man, we not around no motherfucking white folks every motherfucking day to be facing no motherfucking discrimination. Man, them people ain't got time for that dumbass shit. We got to be able to, we got to be able to stop doing all that old crime. Man, we're a long way from sticks and stones, break bones, and words that never hurt us. Man, my great-great-grandmother and them, man, if they was living right now and you call them anything, they gonna eat that shit up and keep on moving because they like, well, shit, y'all motherfuckers Cadillacing. They didn't even want us to Cadillac. They was stopping us from doing shit and calling us names. Hell, they wouldn't have been stopping us from doing something and calling you names. That wouldn't have been nothing. So we whining about a motherfucker saying a monkey and this and that and all that. Man, that's bullshit, man. Yeah. Man, words, you letting words hurt you, man. That mean you emotional, and emotional motherfuckers can fuck with all the time like that. I learned that the hard motherfucking way. You know, gotta have cognitive skills and, you know, conflict skills. Learning how to resolve conflict. We got a long way to go, man. We got a long way to go. We got to go back to character building, man. We gotta go back nurturing the mind, man. And because you can't run nothing if you can't check yourself, and you can't, if you don't have a, man, you gotta have a household, man. You know, family is the foundation, man. And every woman know that. They just go along with the go along, but they understand, man, family is foundation. If a person can keep his family together, man, he doing something good. And it ain't all about motherfucker being rich, but it is about keeping your finances in check, making sure everything right, having discipline. And when you raise disciplined kids, they don't disappoint. Every kid gon' I mean, I ain't gonna say every kid, but kids that come from good backgrounds, yeah, they act up, but they gonna only go so far with that shit before that home training kick in. They gonna be like, oh, hell no, my dad and mom wouldn't even approve of this shit here. No, I can't get caught. Hell no. At some point, they gonna slow their ass down. Shit. So home training is important, partner. Shit. I got cousins right now. Them niggas out down there. Shit, man. Them motherfuckers ain't finna do nothing around them motherfuckers. People. Yeah, shit. Hell nah, they just as scared of the old man. I ain't gonna use the word scared, but you know what I'm talking about. Respect. Being respectful. They, shit, the same as when they was young. The same thing. Nothing, no different. Shit, ain't finna go around smelling like no weed, no marijuana, no none of that. Ain't finna talk crazy or none of that. And not because they got beat to death either. Shit, it was just the respect thing, man. Yeah, you got people that know how to raise their kids, man. They just ain't got time to be out there with that bullshit because they already understand what done happened. They look at that shit and be like, you know, I gotta go to work in the morning. I probably wish I could get out there and get with them if it was just me, but it's bigger than me now. I gotta put that bullshit to the side. Yeah, black man, we can't keep impregnating these girls and then leaving them raise their kids by themselves, man. It's just no way. Like I said, there's been men and women that raised successful men that did damn good jobs, but that's not their job, homie. That's not their job. You know, you need to be there. And I ain't advocating staying in a relationship just for the sake of the kids, because you ain't got there yet. White folks do that shit all the time though. They motherfuckers don't even find out they don't even like each other, and them motherfuckers be like, well, look, this is what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get such and such and them through high school and woo before we show our hand how we really feel about each other. You know, other than that, it's business as usual, because they're gonna look at stuff and see how, damn, you know, this shit sound crazy, but man, I know somebody who did it, you know, and they're gonna look at it and say, well, look, this is how much money is gonna end up by the time this shit happen. Calculating motherfucker, boy, I say, damn. As opposed to if I would have went this way. And hell. And they ain't talking, you know, that you having sex with them, man, they don't be on no shit like that, man. After that shit, listen, when they start looking at the big pictures, all that bullshit, he living his life, shit, and the motherfuckers will never even know it. You know, the motherfuckers will be at the house. You know, they're keeping it respectful, like structure, so it seems like everything is fucking normal. You know what I'm saying? Susan go to swimming pool, what you call me, go to baseball practice, woo. Schedule is laid the fuck out to where they never in supper time at the table, dinner time at the table, and man, you'll never even know it. Shit. That's where that man cave shit come in from. Shit. Motherfucking got basically put out the goddamn house and be like, man, listen, okay, before I get put, he done heard another motherfucker get put out the house, so he be like, okay, if I just get put all the way off the motherfucking property, let me go and make this man cave, because I can't have this room over here, the garage, to myself, because these motherfuckers gonna find a way to come in there and push me around in my private space, in my me time space, where I'm really territorial about, and I don't want to get on their ass like that. And then ain't no telling what line to come about it. Then we line to go off schedule. So I'm just gonna make me a man cave, and that way it's evident. No reason to come in this motherfucker, and no reason to push me around in my own shit. So y'all have all that shit up there, I'm back here. Just give me a little time to, you know, and some motherfuckers got money. Hey, boy, look, I done been somewhere, boy, I seen some man caves. Good man. Whew. But anyway, they have everything in that motherfucker. The bath, the shower spot, the kitchen, man, ice box. They coming right on up in there and go right on straight back to the man cave. Fuck it. So even when y'all can't live together and pull the unthinkable off, you got to learn how to take care of the kids. You know, you don't want them to have all that emotional trauma, because, man, that emotional trauma is real. Like they say, mental health, man, that shit is real for real. You know, and we downplay everything. We ain't taking nothing serious. You can't stop it. Because the only thing we see is a motherfucker with some money. Man, we just look over life. Hey, man, that's why I say, man, the Mexicans done tore our ass up down here in Texas, man. They done tore our ass up in Houston. Listen, man, motherfuckers ain't gonna tell you, but I got to be truthful about this shit, man. Boy, we hit like I'm hitting this week. Man, we hit. Only thing you can do is hold on and let them motherfucking white folks take care of their business, man. Let them people clean their house, man. Let them people take inventory of this motherfucker, man. And boy, they got ways they can do it, man. You'll think that they can't do it, but just stick around and watch how you squeeze a motherfucker, man, through that system, man. When you go to cutting every goddamn thing out. See, a motherfucker say, man, listen, it's always gonna be some casualties, man. That's fucked up, but that's just the reality of cleaning house. Good suffer with the bad. Just like when you was the people who had large, you know, especially people who come from large families back in the day, when somebody in the household did something fucked up, and everybody be in the motherfucking room, in the motherfucking bed, can't watch TV because of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers understand that. The good suffer with the bad, man. Listen, man. And they cut them programs. Listen, That's just like at them jobs, man. Them motherfuckers don't even give out them paper checks no more. Nah, motherfucker, you gotta have a direct deposit or you gonna have this here. Cause see, that way they can, you can't get around that slick shit. They can see. They can see like that. I just came from the Ace check cash place. I'm reading the thing. Them motherfuckers say we would no longer be sending out paper, you know, the income tax checks. You gonna have to have a direct deposit. You see what I'm trying to say? They know how to run everything through the system. That way they can see, you know. And if your ass ain't doing nothing, where they can see, you gonna get weeded out. Motherfuckers, they too far ahead, man. They too far ahead. They too far ahead, man. They got ways. Man, they got ways. Hey, man, listen. They used to get me for my money all the time. I'm talking about motherfucking tag me. I be like, God damn. Man, I go to them people. I never had no problem getting that shit back. It's like they know he ain't do it. Every single time, them people ain't asked, them people ain't question me or none of that shit. Run that shit through and see. Yeah, that wasn't him. Give me that shit, put that shit right back, man. You can't fuck with these motherfuckers. You can't fuck with these motherfuckers, man. You ain't gonna better fuck with them. They showed me when they shut the city down, when they shut the motherfucking nation down. I said, okay, they can stop movement. They can stop movement if they want to. So all them motherfuckers talking about they radical this and radical that, they're a goddamn lie, man. Them motherfuckers ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing. None of that bullshit there gonna work, man. That radical shit. That shit there don't work. That's just hype. Man, I used to think Iran was some bad motherfuckers, man. Cause I was locked up in the federal penitentiary, man. I used to be with the Muslims. I used to be with everybody but American motherfuckers because I had already knew this here. I had already knew this culture. So I used to hang with other motherfuckers just to see how they kick it and everything. Africans, Cubans, Iranians. I used to run with all them motherfuckers, man. Not run with them, but that's how I was trying to educate myself by being with different people and getting their perspective on stuff. Shit, man, them motherfuckers come here in that federal penitentiary. Them motherfuckers had their shit like a house. I'm looking at a motherfucker. I got my bullshit. I'm not never comfortable at this motherfucker. I'm ready to go. I'm trying to get up. I want to get up out this bitch. These motherfuckers cool as a motherfucker. Like, boy, this motherfucking shit here. I'd rather be in jail over here than in my own country. You don't want to go to jail in my own country. They say, hell no. They say, this is Cadillac. You know. But I used to always think Iran was some bad motherfuckers, man. They talking about they had, I think they said the motherfucker had nuclear. It was another motherfucker was president when I was over there. Because they got, they supreme leader and they president, that's two different things. The supreme leader is supposed to be, I think he higher than the president. Yeah. But man, they done went over there and killed your supreme leader. They done went in there and fucked y'all up like that. Man, y'all ain't got shit, man. Hey man, listen, another Muslim country. Seem like the Christians kicking ass home. The Christians is kicking ass. No, man. Everybody else just hype. They hype. They hype like a motherfucker, man. You is not finna fuck with the not the United States. No. I used to hate these motherfuckers like that too, but nah, homie. No sir. No sir. No sir. No sir. Now China and Russia, that's a different motherfucking, that's a different thing. Cause they got their shit together. But we talking about all these rock chunky motherfuckers. Nah, you can forget that. They not finna let no rock chunkers beat them. Christianity would not go down behind no Muslim states. No sir. No sir. Them people say this God's land. This God's country. And whether we believe in white folks or not, like I say, hey man, they say this is God's country. And they say strong family and the Bible. That's what white folks say, whether you want to believe them or not, call them hypocrites, do what you want to do. But they say this is what it is, you know, so. And they be fair about the shit too, because listen, this is what they say. They say you can come here and you can build your mosques and pray. Your tabernacles, you can build all that you want to build. And you got the freedom to pray. Go to them. That's cool. Hey, do all that. But you would not change the pillars of our society, which is Christianity. That's what them white folks say. They want prayer back in the school, just like I said, man. Them people, I mean, who can go against God? If them people say God is God, whether they hypocrites or not, Pharaoh did shit. But Pharaoh in the end say, man, look, God is God. Your God is God. Meaning, regardless of what they might be doing, if they saying God is God, and they whooping ass in the name of God, whether we want it or like it or not, it might be some truth to that, man. We can't regulate people. That's for God to do. But them people say they want prayer in the school. They want you to pray to God. Who gonna go against that? Who can go against that? Who can go? They say they want you to start the morning in prayer of God. Who can go against that, man? Whether you believe the white folks or not, how you gonna go against God? What if God told them, this is how I want it to be put down? Because I got some motherfuckers ain't trying to hear what I'm saying. Remember, God spread the sea and let his people pass through. I mean, well, he gave Moses the power, you know what I'm saying? Whatever happened, it was in the name of God. And let his people through. Man, they got to the other side, they still cuss God. Man, they still cuss God. At least Pharaoh said, hey man, look, y'all God is God. I'm up off of that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have, hey, look, let them up out of there. Y'all get up out of here, man. Y'all God is God. At least he was able to understand, hey, okay, God is God. What about somebody cuss? Hey man, God would be more disappointed in his own people than he would be the enemy. That shows you right there. The story just showed you right there. Just like you'll be more disappointed in your children than you would somebody else's, because, man, y'all supposed to know better, you know? So, yeah, we might could be God's people, but, man, we not doing better, man. He ain't gonna, you know, his hands will be up off you. You're not doing better, man. You got to keep reaping what you're sowing. You got to keep reaping what you're sowing, man. because you refuse to be better as a people. Think about that, man. You know, and these people still saying, hey man, God is God. White folks, even the southern white folks, the Bible told us with their shotguns. The motherfuckers the bombing them was talking about. The motherfuckers say, man, God is God, and why is you making fun of us? Hey man, if white folks fall, where do they leave blacks? Answer me that.